All right. Good evening, y'all. We are super duper excited to come to you tonight and we have joined forces. It's not just we have several different speakers that are going to be connecting with you all tonight, sharing with you tips of how you can connect, how you can grow, and how you can really just, catapult yourself through the holiday season into January and February, which is a huge season for people starting New Year's resolutions, for people wanting to get healthier, people wanting a change, wanting more for maybe their life, maybe for their entire year. And so we're just excited to kind of come to you tonight and just kind of chit chat, and then we'll have a small Q&A at the very end. I am Elizabeth Boyette, a Ruby Ambassador with Plexus, and I've been with Plexus a little over 2 years. I live in Eastern North Carolina in a very small town. And I started just to get the product wholesale, but very quickly realized that I had to share the product with others. And so let's see. I said I've been with the company a little over 2 years. One of the tips that I want to share tonight is about planting seeds. And so I want you to think about this holiday season. As you all know, there are a lot of people who are farmers and in agriculture, and they are planting crops, even in the cold and when there's dew out on the ground and there's frost and, all of these external factors. However, there are things that still grow, okay? So I want you to think about maybe even agriculture in that aspect. And the fact that this time of year is absolutely essential to your business, and it's absolutely essential to your growth, absolutely essential to building relationships. I find that November and December are huge months for building relationships, and I won't steal their thunder. We're going to have somebody that kind of talks a little bit more about that. But I want to just share a little bit about planting seeds. And one of the biggest aha moments that I had from John Maxwell, actually. He said, we're not in the, let me get this right. I've got it wrote down. Sorry. I don't know if I can find it. I'm pretty sure he said that we're not in the business of hunting. We're in the business of farming. And so really think about some of those farmers this holiday season and how you have to plant the seeds, but you have to do the work with it. You have to water it. You have to, let's see, it needs sunshine, it needs, some of it does need the frost. Some of it, the frost hurts it, but you have to come along and you have to pull out some of those weeds, right? And you have to continue to cultivate the land, cultivate the crop that you're growing. So think about this holiday season. Thursday, just 2 short days from now. Some of you may have already had some Thanksgiving festivities going on. Some of you are going to be starting them Thursday, right on through the weekend. Think about all of those people that you're going to be seeing. Guys, you love those people. You care about those people, obviously, right? Don't puke Plexus. However, just plant seeds so that they know what you're passionate about. Walk into the room proudly. If you've been in this journey for a couple of years, you know who you are, and just kind of walk in that, own it. I heard with some of the seeds that you can plant, and we're going to go a little bit more into taking our products, but take your products before the meals, take your edge, take your block. That's planting a seed in that relationship. When you're sitting around the table and you're giving thanks, maybe you're praying, or maybe you're just having a one-on-one conversation with someone. Give thanks to the financial blessings. Give thanks to not feeling like crap all the time. When you take your block and you don't feel sluggish and you don't have to take a nap, I would challenge you all, even if you feel like taking a nap on Thanksgiving Day, don't. We're in health and wellness, right? And so even though we may be tired, we may feel a little bit sluggish, most of us won't feel as sluggish, right? So plant seeds in that aspect as far as conversations go. Just be real, be genuine, be authentic, and just share your heart with people. It's a really, really good time, not just Thanksgiving, but Christmas. Plant seeds by passing out samples. Plant seeds by posting that you're giving away samples, or message those that are your dreams. I would challenge you during this season to reach out to almost everybody on your chicken list. Take those contacts and send them a sample in the mail. Guys, it doesn't have to be a bulk 3-day sample. It can be 1 stick of Slim, a handwritten card, and sending that bad boy out in the mail. First of all, it's Christmas time. Who doesn't love to get a gift? But it's personal. It's a personal touch, and you're planting a seed. Now, guys, you may not reap that harvest in the next couple of weeks. You may not get that customer in November, or maybe not even December. Maybe not in the first weeks of January. But you may get them in February. And so you just have to keep that in mind, as, again, you are farming, not hunting. You're not just running after it, trying to shoot it down, kill it down. You are farming. You're cultivating these relationships. So just kind of think about that. And so the next person that we're going to jump into, I believe, is Kelly. Is that right? Kelly is going to share a little bit about herself and something that's on her heart. So.
Okay. Hey guys, I'm Kelly Brock. I just need to preface this by saying I've got my notes on my phone, so I'm not being rude texting. I'm just, it's most convenient. So I do have those. So if you see my little phone, I'm sorry. But I'm Kelly Brock. As Liz said, I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador with Plexus. I joined the very last day of March 2014, so right at 2.5 years. I am a mama of 4, and I love that I can fit this into my busy stay-at-home mom life. So it's been a true blessing for our family, both in our health and financially. So I'm thankful, and I'm excited to share some things with you guys today. So that's also let's do. I kind of Robbins, and tonight I have gleaned from some trainings from her that I've maybe watched and read numerous times. So if you want more along these lines, you want to check her out too. So the first thing I wanted to share with you was just about appreciating your customers. We all, as Liz said, like to get mail. We like to get gifts. It doesn't really matter what those gifts are. So this holiday season, look back through your reports and think back through your customers, maybe customers that have been consistent customers. Maybe they've ordered for 6 months straight. Maybe they are fairly new customers, but they're loving the products. Send them something in the mail, telling them thank you, wishing them a Merry Christmas. Even I know Thanksgiving's Thursday, and you probably won't get to the post office by then, and that's okay. But just say, as the Thanksgiving holidays came, and as I gathered with friends and family, I couldn't help but be reminded how thankful I am for this opportunity, for these products, and for you specifically. Like she said, if they drink Slim and that's the only product they use, send them a sample of Ease and say thank you. If they have never tried Plexus 96, send them an individual packet, a sample of body cream, a dollar store coffee mug with a Plexus logo on it. You can get a bulk pack of 20 off of Etsy, y'all. You don't have any idea the appreciation people have for just knowing you care. They don't care how much you spent. They just want to know that you thought about them. So during this time, really sit down and think about those people. Do you have to send one to everybody? No, you don't have to send a coffee mug or a blender bottle or whatever to everybody, but you can send all of your customers a handwritten card. You can send them a sample of a product they haven't used. That's not that expensive. You got to think, if they're ordering Slim from you preferred every month, just their bonus is earning you $15. So, if you spent that much in 1 month on all of your customers, it's not going to break the bank, I promise. But people want to feel appreciated. And another thing along those lines, customer appreciation events are powerful. I'm sure that if you're a woman on this call, I'm sure you've had an excuse to go shopping before because you got a coupon or you got a flyer about a friend and family event. Okay, you probably didn't really know anybody that worked at Belk, but you got that friend and family thing and you said, oh, I'm going to Belk. So host a friend, family, and customer appreciation event in the coming weeks. If it was in the evening, you might call it cocktails and conversations. If it was during the daytime, coffee and conversations. Shoot, have your grandma make a coconut cake and tell them it's cake and conversations. So you could even host a luncheon. Invite your customers, your friends, your family. Encourage them. Tell them, look, this is going to be a fun event, and if you have any friends, I would love for them to join us. Invite them with you, because there's two things that are going to happen here. Okay, you can spend time sharing customer testimonials. You can highlight any new products or specials. Do fun games. Don't make it just business. Do fun games. Do drawings. But the key to this is that you're networking. If Tammy's your customer and she brings 2 friends with her, you're expanding your network right there. Okay. Show them that you're fun. Show them that this business is fun. Sometimes a low pressure environment like that is what people need. As Liz shared, one that I had is about Thanksgiving. Send out like a newsletter, a note of thanks to your customers. You can highlight some of their before and afters, with their permission, of course. Share about upcoming products, product specials. Maybe your team's hosting some kind of challenge, block the bulge or something challenge. Share about that in your newsletter. And most importantly, tell them how thankful you are. But the thing about this is when you send it out, also post it on social media, because that's going to capture people's attention with those testimonials and with those specials. Another thing is gifting our products for every occasion. So as Christmas rolls around, if you've got a white elephant gift that's $25, pick something that anyone would benefit from and wrap it up nicely with your business card. This is a great way to get product in people's hands, because 9 times out of 10, when they try our products, they're hooked. And that's a great way, in January, after they've gotten their gift, when you follow up with them, that's a great chance for you to also present the business to them. Let's see. Okay, in addition to updating your prospect this month, think about your holiday gift giving list in the coming week. This is, like I said, your time to gift product to people. And like I said, label with your website and then wrap it up pretty. I think I repeated myself in the notes. Sorry, I'm scrolling, y'all. Okay, same thing I had in my notes here is testimonials, social media and sharing. People seem to be on social media more this time of year. They want to see what other people are doing as far as holiday functions. They know people are going to post family pictures at get-togethers. So be sure that you're sharing testimonials and encouraging your family to do the same. They're almost free advertisement for you. If you're gifting them products, they can share the testimonial. Let's see. I'm sorry, I'm scrolling through my notes. Like I said, digital campaigns on social media highlight, how people are, maybe they're having a debt-free holiday. Maybe that's what you're trying to encourage them to do. You can focus on those things. You can also share business testimonials, business stories, and, put a holiday spin on it. Let me help you put some jingle in your pockets. Just be creative. Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I know that Plexus hasn't released those. I know in the years I've been with them, if I'm not mistaken, we have had a Black Friday special both years. I know we did last year for sure. So build that hype up, y'all. And if there's not a Cyber Monday, if there's not a Black Friday special, make your own. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. It can simply be say a vague post about a Black Friday something or other. Don't post about specials because that's not compliant. But just have them private message you. It could be, like I said, a sample of Plexus 96 for every new customer. It could be that you're refunding their shipping. Obviously, like I said, keep that private because posting specials publicly is not compliant. Don't want anybody to get in trouble and blame me. Like I said, thankful notes. I'm sorry, I'm trying to go fast. I know I'm over my time. I have one more thing. Oh, sample packs. Take advantage of sample packs this season. And one thing that I also got from Sarah Robbins that one of their top earners in their company did at Christmas time that I absolutely loved is, like Liz said, you don't have to give out a 3-day sample pack, but buy an extra bag of Slim, bust that thing open, take a sample of Slim, a business card, and a little candy cane. Okay, those little bitty tiny ones that you can get a pretty big box of for fairly reasonable. Tie those things together with a holiday ribbon, red and white, whatever. When you're excuse to shop, tell your husband, look, I'm working my business. You got to watch the kids. Go to the mall, walk around, hand those things out. If someone gives you great service at a store, hand it out. That's a great way to get your business card out to more people. And it's a fun kind of no pressure approach. So absolutely loved that. I need to go get some candy canes this week. So that was one thing that I actually loved about sample packs, because it's a smaller have is, as Liz said, while you are out mingling this time of year, meeting people that you don't typically see, husband's company function, whatever places you are, kids programs at school, start conversation, give someone a compliment and ask lots of questions. Cute kids, where do they go to school? Or, those kinds of things. And then let them know you love chatting with them. You would love to leave them with a gift this holiday season, and that's when you give them some kind of a sample. And then, if you promise to try it, I promise to follow up and get their contact info. So I think that's about all I've got tonight. I know I kind of rambled a little, and I'm sorry, but that's what was on my heart. And I think next up, I'm looking back at my notes, is Claire. So take it away, Claire.
All right, I will. Hey, everybody. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Claire Dunford. I am a senior Ruby ambassador, and I live in Richmond, Virginia. Elizabeth is one of my sideline partners, so I'm so happy to team up with you guys and help and be on this call tonight. So I'm going to piggyback just a little bit on what Kelly said, but I'm going to cover tonight events and team appreciation and team morale just a little bit. So, and I am going to be looking down just a little bit at my notes because I want to make sure I don't leave anything out. But you guys know that hands down, this is the busiest time of year for, I'd say, 99% of us, right? And during this time, I think it's really, really important that we have times that we put our phone away and that we are 100% present for our family, for our children, for our spouses, for our family. And I am guilty of this. So with everything that we're saying tonight, know that there are times to put it away as well. But you cannot forget about your team and about your business during this season. That new year, just like Elizabeth said, that new year is going to hit. It's going to be here before we know it. And the fruits of our labor now, it's 60 to 90 days when it shows up. So you don't want to be on the sidelines in February, March going, oh my gosh, why am I stuck? Why are things not happening? And I'm watching it happen for other people. That's why right now, making sure that you fit Plexus in right now is really, really crucial for the coming months. Because January is going to come. People are feeling fat and gross, and they haven't been taking care of themselves. And you want them to think, oh my goodness, Liz, Plexus, I'm going to message her back finally. You just never, never know. So you want to plant those seeds now. So what are some things that you can do? I want to talk about events a little bit, specifically vendor events. This time of year, there are lots of them going on, and that is one way that you can get your name out there and you can get Plexus out there. If you are in a school, your child's in a school, your community, your neighborhood, there are vendor events all the time. And it's usually pretty cheap to be able to get a booth or a little table at an event like that. I don't suggest that you do it if it's going to cost a lot of money out of your pocket. Yes, things like that are tax write-offs for us, but you don't want to have to invest a whole lot. But if there are any vendor events in your area, I know several from my team have been doing those and having some success with them. You don't have to spend a lot on a big display. You can save those empty bottles. You can borrow from teammates if they have, banners or anything like that. It's great exposure for you. It's a great way to make new, networking and connections. And more than anything for me, what vendor events do is they help me be comfortable talking with people I don't know about Plexus, because that's an area where I'd say I'm probably weak. If I know you, I can talk to you all day long about it. But if it's a stranger, that is where it's a little bit more difficult for some of us. So vendor shows are great for that. Another thing, online events. Kelly spoke on this, but I'm going to just kind of expand on it just a little bit more. Several on my team hosted an online event last week. It was just 30 minutes. We focused on triplex. We did not go over all the products. It was a Facebook event. It was 30 minutes long. Some of my girls who had never taken the lead on an event like this, they pulled it off, and they pulled it off beautifully. People left excited. You could tell ambassadors that had never participated in anything were on, and they were excited. People got customers from it. They certainly got some new potentials and people that they were sending samples to after that. It's a great way to generate excitement for your team. And now's a good time to do it, because when you do those events and you keep them short, people don't have to go anywhere. They don't have to leave their house. And it has Plexus on their mind when January hits. We're also doing, and I know there are tons of them going on, Kelly mentioned them as well, the Block the Bulge parties that are going on with Block, the online parties. There is no better time to start promoting those. Hop on with another team or a team member that's doing one, or do one yourself. They are super easy. There's enough out there. You can copy and paste and make it your own without having to create everything yourself. Now let's talk about team morale and team appreciation for a minute. So whether you have one ambassador under you or whether you have 500, you're a leader and you've got a team, okay? So believe it. Personally, I think in many ways, showing appreciation to your team is every bit as important as showing appreciation to your customers. Think about it. They trusted you enough to partner up in business with you, okay? That's huge. That says a lot about you and a lot about how they feel about you. So there are many ways that you can show your team appreciation. You can do a contest for your team. You can offer swag for your team, and it doesn't have to be something super expensive either. You can lead a book group with your team. Go ahead and start planning it now so that the first of the year you guys can dive right in and do the book. I have done several. I've led a couple, and I've participated in some. So if you want some book titles that are good ones to do, there's a bunch of them out there. Some groups have done the Circle Maker. So if you are spiritual and Christ is the center of your business, that is a great book to do with your team. There's also the 21 Laws of Leadership, and I've got a couple of them here. This is a good one. You can get guides to them as well that go right with it. I also led one, anything John Maxwell, y'all know he's so good. Everyone communicates, few connect. And then I've read this, but I haven't done this on in a book group, but I think it would be great. This one's You're a Badass. You guys heard of that? I just love this book, and I think that would be such a fun book study group title to do. So those are just a few, but that's a great way to stay connected and show appreciation and just to connect with your team and to stay connected. Giving your team shout outs during this busy season. Praise goes a long, long way. Who doesn't like to be told they're awesome, right? Somebody gets a new customer, they get a new ambassador, shout it out, shout it to the rooftops, put it on their page. I think it's great to praise everybody. I mean, think about it, us that are moms, how often do we get praise from our family? I mean, other than like Mother's Day or our birthdays or something. I mean, the kids don't say, Mom, good job on my laundry. I mean, we don't get shout outs very often. So it's really, really nice to get them from people around you that are in this with you and on your team. And since this is the season of thankfulness, make sure your team knows how thankful you are for them. Send them a card, just like we send our customers cards. Send them a message. Call them. Pick up the phone and call them. If you are lucky enough to have your team in your area, if you've got a big group in the same town as you, then have them over for a little Christmas party. It doesn't have to be much, doesn't have to be, we don't need much of an excuse to get out and go to a little party or something if it's fun. So invite your team over, have them over for drinks, have them over to just hang out for brunch, anything like that. Have them meet you somewhere for happy hour. If your team is in lots of different places, a big part of my team is in North Carolina. So I don't have as many hands-on right here with me in Richmond. But you could do like a Zoom call. We did a Zoom call happy hour last week. I keep saying happy hour. I swear I'm not boozing it all the time, guys. But you could do like a happy hour with your team. You don't even have to have an agenda. It doesn't have to even have a program. It doesn't have to even be Plexus centered. It can just be connecting. Now, you're going to talk Plexus because that's what we do. But it doesn't have to be the center of it. So overall, you guys, this is absolutely a relationship business. So maintaining relationships with your team is key. People want to be a part of a team with success. They want to be a part of a team with positivity and support where they feel appreciated. Encouragement, positivity, and appreciation goes so far in this. All right, so that's it for me. Liz, I don't know who's next, so.
Tammy, are you going to share with us next? Or Chelsea?
I can. Do you want me to?
Okay.
Okay. So my name's Tammy Bertrand. I am a Senior Ruby Ambassador from Sheridan, Indiana. And if you're not familiar with Sheridan, it is about this big. It's itty bitty. And so before I dive into all this, for starters, if you come from a small community and you feel like, oh my gosh, there's no way I can really get a business going here, that's complete hogwash. So wipe it out of your head right now and say, if Tammy Bertrand can be Senior Ruby and come from a town who does not even have a stoplight, then I can do it. So I just wanted to shout that out there real quick. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I bet there's somebody that needed to hear that. So I started Plexus just a little over 2.5 years ago. I was introduced by my cousin, who is now Emerald. I think she's on here. But anyway, she introduced me to Plexus, and I didn't want to have a thing to do with it. And so 3 months later, I decided to dive in, and this was August of 2014. So November of 2014 is when I finally decided to start working my business. 3 months later. And why I bring that up is because I am going to share with you tonight about lifestyle posts and about sticking with the basics during the crazy holiday season. So just being a brand new ambassador in November of 2014, I mean, right there was Christmas, right? Not knowing what in the world I was doing, I was still able to rank gold in January of that year of 2015. Yeah, 2015. So I did everything that my upline told me to do, which was post, share, wear my swag, be involved on the team pages, all the things that we are told to do, I did it. And so with that being said, had I not worked my business in that month of December, I know without a doubt, there's no way I would have ranked gold in January. I would not have ranked senior gold 3 months later and Ruby 3 months after that. So what I'm telling you is, if you don't work your business in December, you're going to pay for it come spring. Okay, so every tip that you are hearing tonight, I hope you're taking to heart, and I hope you really do dive into what you're being advised and encouraged and inspired to do, because it will make a difference, I promise you. So here I am, my third holiday season, and it's exciting. It's exciting to have this opportunity to share Plexus during this season. I think it's fun. I don't look at it as, oh my gosh, how am I going to work my Plexus business during the craziness? I embrace it and say, let's do this. This is the time of year that you can explode because of your contacts, you guys. You're going to parties, you're going to family get-togethers, you're out and about, you're rubbing shoulders with people that you don't see. You know, I know for my family, for example, I don't run into some of my extended family very often at all. And I'm sure there's some of you that can kind of say the same thing. So why not share Plexus everywhere you go and have Plexus on the forefront of your mind versus saying, you know what, I'm just going to put this over here and come January, I'll concentrate on my business. No, you don't want to do that. So I'm going to share just a few things on lifestyle posting that's going to hopefully help you be able to share Plexus on social media. That's what we do, right? So lifestyle posts, you might ask, well, what in the world is lifestyle posts? So lifestyle post is posting about your lifestyle, posting about you and the awesome life that you are creating. Aren't we all creating an awesome life with Plexus? Yes. We are finding financial freedom. We are finding time freedom. Yes, it might be crazy right now. Some of you looking at me work a 40-hour week. I get it. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I don't totally get it, but I get the craziness. And you're thinking, okay, I already have trouble trying to fit Plexus in my life. How am I going to do that during the season? So here are some ways. When you're posting about Plexus, you're posting about how effective it is, okay? How can we do that? So I'm looking down at my notes here. You're posting about edge. How effective is edge? Okay, this time of year, we need edge. It keeps us focused. It keeps us energized. Okay, so you're going to post about that. You're simply going to integrate that into your post. I've been shopping all day long. Oh my goodness, I am exhausted. What in the world would I have done without my edge? Just something simple like that. You're also posting not only edge, slim, how easy, mix and go. You're posting how simple Plexus is. So how effective edge works, slim helps, block is helping, ease is helping. Most of our products are going to be effective during the season. So post about that. Post about how simple it is. Block is in my purse, easy to go grab, carry it with me. You can say something about that. Take a picture of your purse, show the block down in your side pocket of your purse. How simple it is to carry it with you wherever you go, your little slim packet. You're also going to post about, and these are the two ultimate things, time freedom and financial freedom, because so many people are in Plexus and in multi-level marketing and network marketing because they are dreaming of this. And this is what they want. So you want to share that because the rest of the world needs this, right? We're sharing this with the masses because the masses need Plexus. So you want to make sure you are sharing time freedom. How can you do that? Okay, here's a couple ways. All you've got to do, and I can still have time to fit Plexus in. That right there is time freedom. So you're sharing, I did this, and this today. And here's an example. I just put this out 28 minutes ago. I was finishing up when we got on the call. Not to say I'm a pro at this by any means. I'm still a work in progress. But for example, my post just read, all in a day's work. 4 yummy pies baked, check. House clean, checked. Laundry, check. Church decorated, check. Several other small household chores and errands, check. And I still managed to work my dream job in the nooks and crannies. If you say you don't have time to make your dreams come true, come talk to me. Hashtag boss lady. That's a lifestyle post. That's what I'm talking about. It's just sharing what you do and how you fit it in, because that can appeal to somebody that maybe is sitting on the sideline saying, I don't have time to do Plexus, but man, that sure looks good. Man, I love the free trips she's winning. Man, I love that she is finding financial freedom and they just built their dream barn this summer. That is so cool. And maybe she's sitting there saying, but there's no way I can fit it in. There's just no way. Well, a lifestyle post that I shared can hit her and upside the face and basically say, wow, she does have a lot going on. I know she's a stay-at-home mom, but man, she did this, and this, and she's saying she still had time to do Plexus. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. So lifestyle posts. What are some other things? Financial freedom. You can share how you're able to buy Christmas this year and not put it on a credit card. or how you didn't go in debt as much, maybe because of your Plexus income, maybe how you're able to give to a charity or to helping with the needy this year, and you've never been able to do that, but because of Plexus you can. So share that. How you've had this extra means of income has allowed you to splurge a little bit this year. Maybe you got the big screen TV you've been wanting for a while. Share that. Put a big bow on it. Take a picture of it and say something about it in your post. So it's just integrating what you do on a daily basis, because you're journaling, right? Our posts are supposed to be like a diary. It's supposed to be a journal. So during the holidays, it's no different. It's just to me, even more fun and more exciting to share what you do on social media with your contacts. Show and tell why you love Plexus, why you love life, and how Plexus can fit into anyone's life. Do y'all hear my dogs? Holy cow. Okay. Share a healthy recipe. Share something that you took to a party that was with health conscious. Because here's the thing. You want to make sure you are being authentic, you're being real. And if you're in the health and wellness industry and you're not showing that you are doing health foods and health recipes and taking that with you wherever you go, it's going to be noticed. If you're sitting down and I'm getting off of my posting real quick, but if you're sitting down at the table and you're not getting that block out and you're taking it, and your family that you've been trying for years to get on board with you, most of my family have been trying for 2 years and they're still not on board with me, but they see me eat a bunch of junk and I've not popped a block, or I'm not really watching what I'm eating, what is that sending? What kind of message is that sending to them? Oh, not cool. So that's a side tip that I just threw in there. Okay, so I know time's getting late and we still have another speaker. So real quick, I'm going to say 3 things on how you can stick with the basics with your business besides lifestyle posting, obviously, reaching out, following up, and adding to contacts, your IPA. It's just that simple. Adjust your schedule. If you need to get up a little bit earlier, stay up a little bit later to make sure you're getting IPA done, do that. You'll be so glad you did come January. You'll be so glad you fit it in and you made yourself do it. And then again, enjoy your family. Be present. I love that we can fit this in the nooks and crannies, so we don't have to be on our phones all the time. And then stopping, and this is my last tip, stopping is just not an option. Setting it aside until January. Determine tonight, before you even click off of this Zoom, that you're going to be determined to work your business through the holidays, because you can do it. You can rock your business through the holidays and be so, so glad that you did. So that's all I have. I'm going to turn it over to my cousin, Chelsea.
Hey everyone, my name is Chelsea Whitfield and I'm a senior Ruby ambassador. I'm from Vicksburg, Mississippi. I'm a Mississippi girl, and I do come from not a small town, but a smaller town than most of you come from. So yes, I am 100% agree with Tammy. If we can do this, anyone can do this. You can do this. So I started my journey in August of 2014. I was not interested at all. My mother-in-law, who is actually on here with my little one, I blocked her. I blocked her on Facebook. I did not want anything to do with Plexus. But she cornered me on vacation that year, in August of 2014, and said, "You're doing this with me. You need this. You need this opportunity." And boy, am I glad she did. It has been a huge blessing financially, and the products have been incredible. I was one that thought I didn't need the products, but I did. And I'm so thankful for both the products and the opportunity. So I'm going to share my tip with you, recruiting and how to add contacts during the holidays. Now, some of us, we might be repeating a little bit and when we're sharing, but we just think that these are just so important and so vital during the holidays with working your business. So recruiting. Most of us think, oh, holidays are here. Let me take a break. I'm going to set my Plexus aside. I'm going to spend time with my family, and I'm all for that. Spend time with your family. Holidays are important because of family. But the worst thing you could do is not recruit during the holidays. It is so important that you are contacting people. I actually did a challenge with my team. I know Tammy did it with hers. We're kind of on the same team as a whole. We have challenged our people to double their action stack. I don't know if everybody on here knows what the action stack is. It's kind of new to everybody. It's just simply your IPAs that you do every day. And we have all challenged each other to double stack it, to do it twice in one day, just to add extra contacts. If that's messaging, instead of 5 people, we message 10 people every day. Instead of friending 3 people, we've messaged 6. We friend 6 people. So we're doubling up on our action stack during this holiday season. So I want to encourage you to do that, because you're going to see your business explode in January if you do that. So recruiting, when you're out and about, I did this the other day. I did it, and Claire talked on this, and it was so great. Do events. There's a lot of vendors things going on, and I got the opportunity here in my town. Someone asked me to do a Plexus booth. It was kind of a blessing. I didn't even know they were doing this event, but it's a huge community event that's done here in Vicksburg, Mississippi, and they asked me to do a Plexus booth. So I did it. I did it with some of my team, and they're on here tonight, some of the ladies, and we did it together, and we all got over 20 to 30 contacts. New contacts. It's so important that we're constantly getting contacts, and especially during this holiday season, because we have a bigger opportunity to get it during the holiday season, because people are out shopping, people are out in the market more, buying groceries, getting ready for holidays, to cook those holiday dishes. And it's so important that we are connecting with people. And we don't have to just talk Plexus. At my vendors thing the other day, I met with a girl that was another vendor, and we didn't even talk Plexus hardly. She had a little boy that was the same age as my little boy, and I simply said this. I did the Amy approach. Does anybody know what the Amy Paul approach is? Does anybody know? I know some people know that. It's an amazing tip to do, so I encourage you to do this. I did the Amy Paul on her. We got to talking. She had an amazing personality. She was trying to have a baby. She had knew a little bit about Plexus, and she had heard some testimonies, and so I shared with her that people on my team, 2 ladies on my team, that it helped with them getting pregnant. And so I said, hey, girl, let's do a play date sometimes. Will you friend me on Facebook? She friended me immediately on Facebook, and now we're going to be doing a play date. And so that's a connection that I made. That's what recruiting is, kind of a little bit. It doesn't have to all be about Plexus. It can be something simple of just connecting with somebody. Another thing is I'm recruiting like crazy on Facebook. I'm messaging my people. I'm following up. Dave likes to call me the recruiting queen, because I am. I'm not afraid to message somebody and share with somebody. And the messages that I do, because some people are like, well, sometimes people are doing holiday things. They're not going to read my message, or they're not going to answer me back. And that might be true at that time, but they are looking at your messages. So sometimes I'll message and just say, hey girl, I kind of do a little bit personal before I mention anything Plexus. Hey girl, I just saw your family pictures. Your babies are precious. They're so cute. We need to do a play date soon and connect. And then I kind of go in and say, hey, I know you were once interested in Plexus. We're running some specials this month, because, corporate did the block special. I messaged that. Or you can do your own special, and you can kind of just ease in and kind of recruit them as a customer, or even recruit them as an ambassador. And when I'm talking about recruitment, I'm just not meaning ambassadors. I'm talking about recruiting customers as well. Last year I did this, and my PV was 2,500 in the month of January. And I totally believe that it's because what I did these 2 months, November and December. It's so important. And I'm a huge, firm believer in this. Whatever you do in the months that you're in will reflect on the upcoming months. I'm huge on that. I went silver in January last year, and I had 2,500 PVs. It was amazing. And I'm like, I'm a firm believer in this. I'm doing this every time. And so don't take a break from recruiting. Plant seeds. People are watching you. People are going to look to you come January, because they know you're in health and wellness. They know you. They're watching you. They're going to come to the person that has continued to follow up with them. They're going to go to the person that has continued to post, like Tammy talked about. They're going to come to the person they trust, because that person is working their business consistently. It's so important that we stay consistent in everything we do during the holidays. So that was a little bit fruity. So adding contacts. We all touched on that. Just again, when you're out and about, make a point to connect. I'm going to breakfast with Santa with my son. You better believe I'm gonna start connecting with some people there. I'm gonna talk with some people. I'm gonna get some connections. Holidays, again, family that I have not seen in years. You better believe I'm gonna connect with them again and share a little bit of Plexus with them. And so it's so important, again, that you are recruiting during the holidays. So that was my tip. I do have a freebie tip. I told my girls, I said, I'm gonna give y'all a free one tonight, and this has nothing to do with this, but I want to encourage you guys. These ladies that have spoke tonight have been such an incredible blessing in my life, in my business, and even outside of my business. And so I want to encourage you to find like-minded people like you that are going after the same goals, the same dreams, the same things that you want. Find them and lock arms with these people. Lock arms with these. There's a ton of them in Plexus. If you've not yet find that sideline friend, I want to encourage you to contact your upline and say, help me find a sideline friend, because sideline friends are so important in your business and in your journey. And so that was a freebie. I'm so thankful for these ladies, and I'm just so excited that I got to share tonight. And I hope that whatever that we talked about, that I talked about, that you guys will take away and apply it to your businesses. And I'm excited to see all of you just blow up in January.
Yes. Thank you, Chelsea. I'll just recap for everybody just very quickly. We've talked about planting seeds with samples and in your conversations during the Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's holiday season. Kelly Brock talked about customer appreciation and how we can show our customers our appreciation for them. Claire has talked about team morale, events, and preparing for the New Year momentum, maybe a book group and a study with those. Tammy talked about how we can stick to the basics, doing our IPA every day, but lifestyle posting. And then Chelsea, we just heard her talk about how to recruit contacts, add contacts, and continue to do our IPAs every single day, but also possibly doubling them in this season. If we're not busy doing other things, we can always double up on our IPA. Does anybody have a specific question before we hop off tonight? Let me, you can unmute yourself. If you might have a quick question really quick.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
I just want to say I so enjoyed this. I am Jatha Whitfield. I'm Chelsea's mother-in-law. And I just want to say, don't be afraid to be aggressive with people that you love. Because of Plexus, she gets to be a stay-at-home mommy. And I get to be in the back room right there watching my little grandbaby, when normally I would have been at a job with no vacation time ever. And the time freedom's amazing. So don't be afraid to be aggressive with people in your life that you love. I see some right now that I was aggressive with, and I bet you they didn't mind it at all.
I know.
Our Emerald Upline, everybody.
Y'all were great. I enjoyed it. I tried to listen while I'm chasing Raylan Bow, and I better go get him. Love y'all.
I love it. Anybody else have a question or a thought?
I don't know if you guys know the answer to this, but I'm working with maybe like 3 chiropractors' offices trying to get my products in there. And I thought just for the way for them to do it, they could sell all retail, but I didn't know if that was the best way or if you guys have ran across doing anything like that.
I heard somebody talking about how they had it in a doctor's office, and if one of them signs up to be an ambassador, then they can have a like a little laptop or something set up on the side, and they can just as they get people, they can just have them sign up right there as a preferred customer or whatever.
And I can add to that, I actually have a doctor that's on my team, and he is actually building a spa thing addition to his office, and he's asked me if he can put Plexus in his thing, which he totally can. And exactly what Amy said, that's how it works. And so and they can do it that way. So yeah.
Because if you I will share this from my personal experience too, to piggyback off that, Chelsea. if you have someone who does not use the internet website to have people purchase through the website with retail or preferred or joining wholesale, compliance will contact the sponsoring ambassador that's having ginormous PD amounts and wondering where that product is going, because they want to try to make it easier on the ambassador. You know, we don't want to, we pride ourselves on not having to carry inventory, guys. And so not having to do that is kind of how we keep apart. And so I do know for those that do end up doing that, it's not that it's against regulation, but you have to keep a spreadsheet. There's a lot of paperwork that you might have to do with that. So it's definitely highly recommended that if someone is going to sell it out of a business like that or a medical office like that, that they would use a website under an ambassador.
Okay, so they would need to sign up as an ambassador themselves, correct? In order for me to not.
To make it easier, I would say, yeah. I mean, to make it easier, because one thing, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm in the dark, y'all. One thing that I talked to my doctor about, and he was kind of okay with, it's like, I said, why don't you become an ambassador? That way you can profit off of, you know, your people that you're recommending it to, because doctors are recommending Plexus now. And so I told him that way you can recommend to your patients and they can immediately just go to your website and order from you, and you benefit from that. So I say that's to make it easier. That's what I would say. But Elizabeth, if you wanted to add to that, what you were going to say.
I was going to say.
Okay, go ahead, Claire.
I do know that if, you know, like say that they wanted to have just a little bit on hand to give to people, they would just need to sell that, and to be compliant, they would need to sell it at retail price, and they would need to make sure they're keeping a record and giving them a receipt, like a written receipt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I was thinking of, you know, making sure they were an ambassador also, because that was kind of my sales pitch. You guys could, you know, bring in a extra source of income by doing this. So that's the way I'll keep pitching it then.
I was going to just say, Cindy, too, that's everybody. That's kind of how we push hairstylists, the same thing. It's really no different. You know, they can have stuff on their shelf or in their office, samples, whatever. But if people want to actually start repeating an order or whatever, you want them to be a preferred customer, join for sure.
Yeah.
And you're going to benefit way better and more too. And can I just say something, 2 things that I totally forgot. Don't be afraid to use the live feature when we're sharing our post, because that right there most often generates a lot of viewers, and you want to keep up in the, you know how we all know how that works. So don't be afraid to use live, go live on that, and then use the shareables. Don't you love the shareables in the back office? I think they're so cool, and now's a good time. So you're in a hurry. This is one thing I totally spaced. If you're in a hurry and you don't have time to create that lifestyle post I talked about, you don't have time, because you do kind of have to think those through, and you're gathering pictures or whatever. You don't have time for that. Go to the back office and pop a shareable in there. Just do that. It's quick. It's easy. That's why they're there.
You know, I actually did a live video today, which I was a little bit chicken, but I put one on there, and I actually got a customer from that.
See? Awesome. Okay. Liz, did you just do?
Those live videos notify your friends that you're going live. So people that wouldn't typically hop on, a lot of times will. Even on your team pages, going live notifies your team. And I've noticed when I do those, sometimes people hop on those that I didn't even realize were watching videos. But I think the fact that it's live, it makes you a little more vulnerable. And so they're more apt to go, ooh, I wonder what she's doing, you know, so they'll hop on. Sad.
I was wondering what I was doing too.
Hey, I'm a newbie. I have a question or a statement, I guess. I asked some of you guys to comment on some of my posts today, and I have somebody about to make a purchase, so thank you guys for doing that. But that's probably one thing we probably could help each other with to keep our posts bumped up, is to be diligent about commenting, and I'm learning to do that. So thank you guys for the support.
Yes.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank you all for, I will say, thank you for everybody that has hopped on. We know that it is Thanksgiving week, but for some of us, we may have had later calls during usually scheduled. Some of you may have had calls scheduled yesterday or today. We thought this would be a really, really good way for you to just start to tackle these next couple of months and really just continue to move forward and grow. So thank y'all all again. And I'm super excited, thankful for all these amazing ladies that have shared tonight. I love doing life with y'all. I genuinely do. We will post the recording